What's up everybody, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how I made a first-person shooter game with Unity. So I began by making the basic movement that any first-person shooter game has, with WASD movement, crouch, sprinting, and jumping. I also added the normal stuff like the ground check to see if you're on the ground and you can actually jump. I added the ceiling check to see if you can uncrouch so you don't glitch through things. After that I made a player model with Blender and I rigged it and I made the normal running and jumping animations. Not gonna lie, Mr. Bean out here looking kinda thick, if you know what I'm saying. They're just for testing purposes right now, but I'll hopefully improve them later on. After that I added the ability to pick up and drop guns. I just did this with a simple raycast that shoots and checks if it hit an object with the gun script. And then it makes it the child of the camera object, so it follows it around. And to drop it, it just shoots a raycast down to see where the ground is, and it places the gun at that point, so it's on the ground, and it makes the parent null. So it doesn't have a parent, and it's just in the environment. After that, I downloaded some guns from the internet, just the graphics to have something to use. I made shooting with raycasts. I know that I could have done prefab shooting with real bullets, but I decided to use raycast just because it's simpler and quicker right now. And I also like the feeling of having guns with no bullet travel because it's easier to use and quick. But I might change it later for snipers specifically because they're more fun with real bullets. I added recoil, bullet holes, muzzle flashes, and that kind of stuff. And I did this by simply just saying that there was an input to move the mouse up. So it thinks you just move the mouse up, and that's the recoil. The way I added bullet holes is it's just a Unity particle system, and it spawns in when the bullet hits something. So wherever the raycast hit, it spawns in a bullet hole there facing away from the wall, and it stays there for 20 or 30 seconds and then disappears, so it's less laggy. The muzzle effect just plays a particle system at the gun when you left click. I also added a shotgun which just shoots like any of the other guns, like a normal gun, but it just does it 5 times in slightly different directions with a bit of an angle. And I made it so that it's realistic in that there's a higher chance of the bullets being in the middle of the crosshair and then less probability as it goes out. I also added a muzzle effect, so there's a little flash when you shoot to indicate that. And I also made the guns move up and spin a bit, so it looks like a real animation without me actually doing an animation. I just lerp to a position and then lerp back. So that was pretty easy. I also made the guns rotate a bit when you look around to make it look more natural and like you're actually holding them. I will add hands soon, I know that's missing, but I just haven't figured out how to do it yet and I haven't gotten around to doing it. So that's probably one of the next things I'll do. And I'll add a real reloading animation so it's more obvious when you're doing that. I also added a simple jetpack thingy, so when you jump and then you hold space, it boosts you up more until you let go, and there's a little counter that shows how much boost you have left. I'll probably disable this and only enable it for certain characters or something like that later on. And another fun thing I added is a grapple hook. I was watching a video by Danny and I saw the grapple hook, so I had to add one in. It looked really fun. I actually did it at school, during gym. We had to watch some video about some educational stuff and I just took out my laptop on my lap and coded that up in 15 minutes. And I refined it later during history. Don't tell my teacher. After that, I started struggling with multiplayer. I made a menu system and then watched a bunch of tutorials for a couple days, and it took a long time to get it working because of how many problems I had with it, but eventually it worked, and now you can join and create rooms, and it also shows the available rooms. It's kind of it's kind of like the way Among Us works with the room code. And after that, I still had to do a lot of work to get things like shooting and picking up guns and movement to sync. And I just used RPCs and other multiplayer things that I still don't fully understand, but I know it well enough to get it to work at least, so that's good enough for now. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll probably be making another video in a few days about this. And by then I'll probably have the full working multiplayer, and I might have some footage of me playing with some friends on it. That would be a fun time as well. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.